Hi everybody, it's your guy here, the unknown. And first of all, I want to apologize because for everybody who has a playbook, I was supposed to actually do a Zoom live meeting with you so that we can have question and answers and clarify things, and just have a question and answer where you can ask anything, and then we'll just go through this together so that everybody understands. Okay, this is for everybody to understand, and that's the most important thing for me. So yesterday we were supposed to have a meeting, and I sent the link 30 minutes before the time, and one person showed up. Okay, so we then decided to shift the meetings because it was my fault anyway. I sent the link late, and obviously some people were sleeping, okay, and some people were not on their email. Some saw the link late, some didn't even see the link because it was a reply to the invite I sent a couple of days back. So I apologize for that. I will make sure to send the link to the meeting a day before so that everybody will be aware. Okay, and we will be having those live meetings every Monday. Okay, it's for everyone who has a playbook, because there are a couple of things we have to talk about. I want everybody to understand. Okay, and I'm not saying you need to have the playbook or to get the playbook to understand anything. Okay, I share uh everything here. The playbook is just one setup which is specific to help those who are struggling in putting all this information together. There's only one setup that I really love, and it's the playbook that I use on a daily basis. Okay, so I just decided to put it there in the form of a book. Okay, so we will be having these meetings every Mondays up until the time I see that okay, people now understand the setup, everything is easy for them, and they are actually rinse and repeating it. Okay, that's my goal. Okay, so now let's talk about people who are saying these things are difficult to see in real time, they need live on all sort of stuff. Okay, so that is not my concern. Okay, I'm not offended by any of that, but the truth is, if you can't learn right now, because guys, let's talk let's talk about this. Everything is simple. Okay, I don't understand when people are saying they don't understand these things. Okay, I don't understand. Okay, because everything is clear as it should be. Okay, the problem that I've seen is that okay, some people have maybe 10 setups in their head. Okay, and during the day they don't even know which setup they are trading. Okay, they don't know which setup they are looking for, they don't even know what they are looking for on the charts, because I understand that okay, people have been learning for a long time, and of course they know what they know. Okay, so until you decide to focus maybe on one setup, that's why I put one setup on the playbook. But on this channel we only focus on two setups. It's day 2 continuation and day 3. Most of the time day 3s are gonna be reversals. Yes, sometimes there will be continuations, but most of the time day 3s are gonna be reversals, and we have already explained the psychology behind. Okay, so those are the only two setups we focus on. And guys, we have different pairs. Okay, let me just explain this here now again, because honestly I'm a bit confused when people say these things are hard, we can see them in real time, it's easy for you to say because they've already played out. That's not the case. Look at this. Okay, okay, we have the Aussie dollar. Okay, the Aussie dollar, and again we have the yen. Okay, we have yen. Okay, okay, let's say GPY. These currencies move in Asia. Okay, these ones move in Asia. Okay, okay, it could be any cross where there's an Aussie dollar, or any cross where there's Japanese yen, and when you pair them together, Aussie yen, this pair moves well in Asia. Okay, so it doesn't matter which pair it is, as long as it has the Aussie yen, it can move well during the Asian session. Okay, and we all know the Asian session comes if you're in South Africa, it comes roughly, now it starts at 3:30 a.m. Okay, but the equity is at 4:30 a.m. Okay, and then we have pairs like let's see, let's see quite quick. We okay, sorry, this one. Okay, we have pairs let me delete here. We have pairs like the pound. Okay, the pound, and pairs like the euro. okay, the euro. It could be euro yen, it could be pound yen, whatever, okay. These ones move in London, okay, and we all know the times, okay, of these sessions, okay, and then we have so these pairs and their crosses move well in London. So if it's a pair that has the pound, I will be looking for an entry or a trade or an opportunity during the London session, okay? Which, if you are in South Africa, obviously it comes during it starts at 9:30 a.m. and the equity is 10:30 a.m. okay. We have already spoken about the times where we're paying reference to the US times. So everybody on this channel, except maybe those who are new, they already know about the timings, okay. And then we have things like a US pair, USD versus okay, it could be US pairs, it could be indices, okay. These ones move well during when the US session, okay, New York session, okay, the New York session, right? So gold is different, okay. Gold can move anytime, we all know that. Gold can move in Asia, gold can move in London, and gold can move in New York, okay. So once you know these things, you have actually solved the biggest problem. Why? Because if you're gonna be looking for a trade on maybe on GJ, okay, you are actually gonna be looking for a trade during London, okay. Sometimes, yes, if it's gonna be a 3-session setup, the trade will be presented during the US, but most of the time, let's say 80% of the time, the pound crosses, maybe pound yen or pound whatever, it's gonna present opportunities in London, okay. It's gonna present opportunities in London, okay. And any pair that has the USD, it will present opportunities during the New York session, okay. So once you know the session, if there are no news, I repeat, if there are no news on the calendar, okay, for that pair, if we have news like non-form, obviously the opportunity might be presented maybe immediately after the news have been presented, because the news in most cases might give a stop hunt or might just go into their intended direction and then continue throughout the day. Sometimes they'll just throw a stop hunt, give a very big pin, and then lock the level, okay. We'll talk about locking the level, okay. I hope everybody is still following up to this point, because honestly guys, I don't understand why people are saying these things are hard, okay. So if there are no news on the calendar, we obviously gonna wait for the equity opening time, okay. That is for US, that is 9:30. This is US time now, 9:30 US time, okay. This is US time. You'll convert it to your own time, okay. And for London, it's actually gonna be 3:30, okay, 3:30, okay, 3:30. That's the equity opening time, and these are all US times, okay. I'm not using South African times because these ones are important, okay. So obviously for Asia, it's gonna be 9:30 p.m. okay, 9:30 p.m. US time, again US time, okay. So this is PM, this is AM, okay. And okay, and okay. So once I wanted to differentiate these ones because they are all 9:30, okay. So okay, so once you know the time, if there are no news, we're gonna wait for the equity opening time. Why? Because the equity opening time is more likely to throw a stop hunt, okay. So we don't want to be cast off guard. Yes, sometimes they can move during the first hour, okay, which is if it from 8 o'clock, okay, from 8 o'clock in the morning, the market can move, okay. So for us who are waiting for the equity time, sometimes we maybe the market will break up and then the equity time might give a pullback and give that big engulf for us to continue, okay. So that's something to note, but most of the time the equity time will give what? A stop hunt. So that's why we wait for the equity time. And guys, let's talk about this, okay. If you are trading a US pair and you waited, there are no news on the calendar on the pair, okay, and you waited for 9:30, okay, most of the news that are explosive is non-farm and formic. Okay, so those are the news that mostly will present opportunities early. Okay, but if there are no news and you already have a setup, okay, so the setup is like your hypothesis. You get to know what you are expecting the following day. For instance, if the previous day was the red day, okay, which is the first day of dumping, okay, obviously the next day you are expecting a day 2 continuation. Okay, so it depends on the pair again. If it's a US pair, you are expecting a continuation to the downside. Okay, there are no news, you're gonna come to the screen, or you're gonna wait for 9:30 for your trade. So when you wait for 9:30, this is the most important thing. You only have 1 hour 30 minutes to trade. Okay, tell me what's hard when you only have 1 hour 30 minutes to trade. What's hard? Because now you have filtered the entire day. You have allowed the day to set up, because the pair you are looking for, the pair where you have a setup on, it's actually a US pair. Therefore, you are gonna come to the screen at 9:30. Okay, that is US time, 9:30 a.m. That means you have only 1 hour 30 minutes to be on the screen. And I said sometimes I will add 30 minutes after the session. That is if they haven't given anything. Okay, so the middle hour can give the opportunity, or else it could be the last hour. Okay, and this is all you are looking for. Remember, less is more when it comes to this kind of a business. Less is more. That's why you want to filter out all the garbage. If the pair you have a setup on is the pound or the euro, most of the time you're gonna get the opportunity during 3:30 US time. Okay, so look at this. You have a setup. This gives you a directional bias, right? Okay, and what are prices saying on the day? How are prices behaving? Okay, we will talk about this. Okay, say maybe the market has been going up and up and up for a couple of days. Okay, and then all of a sudden they open high and close low. We all know this is the red day. This is the first red candle on a daily time frame. So obviously, if they've been going up and then they give this one, this is a nice sign that prices are now more likely to take the opposite, to change directions. Okay, so you need to see prices going up. Okay, when they pump, then you know this is the low of the previous day. You are targeting a drop. Okay, so if you are trading a pound or a euro pair, except euro USD, okay, or a pound USD kind of pair, okay, because we will be looking for trades during the US. Okay, but if it's GJ, Euro, JPY, most of the time it's gonna give the trade during the London session. Okay, so this is what you look at. How are prices behaving? You have a setup, okay, that says, okay, now I'm expecting a day 2 continuation. In this case, you're expecting them to dump, because if it's gonna be a downtrend, obviously it's gonna break the low. Okay, so once you are expecting this, how are prices behaving? Are they pumping? Are they taking prices up? Because market makers will do what? Will always take prices up so that they can actually do what? So that they can sell to all of you, because they sell high. And besides, when they pump prices are high like this, we have already talked about this countless time, they are actually sending people up into the wrong direction, because by this time indicators are showing that it's an up move. Everybody is chasing the trend. Okay, so another thing, this is time. I've just explained time. Okay, now it's price behavior. So if obviously, or if the pair is not behaving in the right way, obviously you're gonna cut it out. So you can't say this is hard to see. Okay, the goal here is to filter out most of the noise. Okay, filter out most of the problems, and then remain with clear things. Okay, because you want your trade to be the easiest trade you take on the day. Okay, and then you know what is your trigger. Obviously, if we're gonna be selling, we need a market that has shown that it has broken down, and then it gives a mini pump at the right time. Then they give an engulf. This is our trigger. I've never talked about a pin that, okay, we trade pins. No, they engulf. Why? Because we explained the psychology behind the engulf. Because if people are going up chasing this, okay, because anyway, this was an uptrend, so people still believe that prices are going up. So when they pump like this or pull back, they are sending others up. So immediately they give an engulf, everybody going up is trapped and is at a negative and is praying to God that prices actually come back so that they can exit at break even. Because when you are immediately at a minus, you're not gonna close your trade. You're gonna be like, oh, I want prices to come back so that I can close at break even. We all know that. Okay, so remember, market makers are well organized and highly educated. They take advantage of human behavior. Okay, so they have their own psychologist, and everything on the market is based on psychology. That's why emotions play a significant role in this industry. Okay, so guys, when people say, but these things are hard to see, we need live. Okay, tell me, you only have 1 hour 30 minutes to trade a pair, your favorite pair. If it moves before, maybe if it's a US pair and it moves in London, okay, fine, let it go, because most of the time your pairs are gonna move in the right session. Okay, most of the time. Yes, there will be some times when they move early and do all sort of stuff early, because sometimes they have to confuse. Okay, they don't want to be crammed. That is fine, let the market move. You miss nothing, because that's not part of your plan. Okay, that's not part of your plan. So if you have an opportunity on a US pair and you are coming at the equity opening time, you have 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours to trade. Tell me, what's hard? What is hard? You know what you are looking for. You know that if you are going to be selling, you want to see that pump, where in a broken market, in a market that has already showed you that it's going down, you need to see the mini pump and the big engulf so that you can go short here. If you are going long, you need a market that has already broken up, and then you need them to come and lock the level and then give you that engulf. Oh, why would they give an engulf when everybody is expecting an engulf? Obviously, not everybody is expecting an engulf. Most people are actually emotional. If the trend has been going down, and they will see this as a pullback, and they are gonna sell over here hoping prices are gonna go down, then they get trapped immediately. If their order got filled somewhere here, immediately when this engulf closes, if maybe it's a 5-minute candle, they are at a big loss. Remember, people use different kind of lot sizes. Okay, so immediately they are at a loss, and when they are at a loss, the only thing they're going to do is to be praying. Market makers know that once you're in a loss, the only thing you need now is prices to correct to your break even, so that you can actually close at break even. Okay, hence many novices lose a lot. Okay, most people and most professionals have stop losses. If the market is going against them, they don't pray and say, oh God, bring prices back. No, they know they have protective stops, and they have risk that they are actually comfortable losing. Okay, so if they are wrong, their stops are gonna be hit, and they are gonna exit with the minimum loss. Okay, so this is all there is to this. You have 1 hour, 1 hour to 2 hours to be in the market, 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours, and you know your trigger. You have a setup already. Okay, which will be rejected or it will be approved by price behavior, right? So what can be hard when you have 1 hour 30 minutes to be in the market? What can be hard? Why would you say you need a live, you need this, you need that, you need that, whereas you already know that, okay, 1 hour 30 minutes, 1 hour 30 minutes, what could go bad in that time? The problem, okay, let's go back to the charts. Okay, because I honestly don't want this video becoming way too long. Okay, this is what I do. Okay, you see, I will open my charts like this. Okay, let's say for instance I have a setup on this one. Maybe this is a day 2 continuation to the downside. Fine, maybe these two are day 2 continuations to the downside. I will be seeing how they are actually trading throughout. Say this is day 2 continuation to the upside, maybe these 2 pairs. I'm just giving an example to show how I do these things. Okay, and maybe here I have 2 pairs that I've selected that are on a day 3, because most of these pairs are correlated, so they're gonna be giving the same thing. Okay, so you need the one that has set up the best, that will give at least the best risk reward ratio when you compare all of these pairs. Okay, you need the one that will give the best results. Okay, so I will be seeing all of this. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put one chart exactly like this. The only different thing is gonna be the time frame. Maybe okay, I'll have something like this, which is on a 15-minute time frame. Okay, it depends on how many monitors you use. Okay, and then I'm gonna have another one on a 5-minute, exactly the pairs that I've selected for the day. And then I'm gonna have another one on a 1 minute. So I will be seeing all these things happening on different time frames. Okay, on different time frames. And I told you, sometimes the 15-minute will give you the best entry, sometimes the 5-minute will give you the best entry, sometimes the 1 minute. And it's not about going and getting many monitors. No, use what you have. This is the thing that is important. Okay, if you select maybe 2 pairs for that particular session, this is just an example. Say maybe you've selected 2 pairs for that session. Maybe you are on a US it's US session, and you have selected 2 USD pairs or crosses that have given the best setup. And then 2 will be on a 15-minute, 2 will be on a 5-minute, and 2 will be on a minute. Okay, so that is fair if you are using one monitor. Okay, you will be seeing everything. Okay, and you will be able to get the best entries or the best trades. Okay, let me just go and give an example. The most important thing to remember is selecting your pairs for the day. You need to select a pair that is set up the best way. Okay, I will say gold gives good trades almost every day, but okay, maybe you might get 3 good trade from gold each and every week. Okay, maybe for 3 days. Okay, that's kind of fair enough. Okay, that's fair enough. Gold gives good trades most of the time. Okay, so let's go to an example. Okay, I want to give you an example. Let's just use USDJPY for instance. Okay, let's use USDJPY because I have seen some nice things on USDJPY. You see, as a reminder, you have your setup, you have time, how are price behaving, and you have your trigger. These are the 4 things you have each and every day. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, it's gonna be a little messed up now, but as we can all see, prices have been rising and rising and rising and rising and rising. Okay, this is where they are pumping prices. Okay, for every pump there will be a dump. When they take prices high, they will drop prices. Okay, sometimes they'll take them up this week, drop them next week. Sometimes they'll take up them this week and then pull back and continue the following week. But a reversal is imminent. Okay, and it will happen. Okay, but for us, we use the strategies we already have. So when you look at this pair, it was just pumping and pumping and pumping. Now I'm gonna go to a 15-minute time frame just to look at something. You see, they've been pumping, and all of a sudden this is a pair that opened, went up, okay, during non-form, came down, and it closed way below its open. So this is the red candle on a daily time frame. It's a red candle on a daily time frame after many green candles. Green candle because it opened here and closed high. Green candle, and all of a sudden we get a red candle. Okay, and this was like this one closed low. This was day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, yes, sometimes day 3s will be continuations and they will reverse the next day. So that's our setup, and most of you know that. Okay, so this is a red day. Okay, this is a red day. This is a sign that okay, the next day we will, or we might get, let me use might. Okay, we might get a continuation to the downside. Okay, a continuation to the downside. Okay, I always mark my chart, so there are certain things that are confusing and I want to show you these things. Okay, so I have my levels up, okay, my levels on. Okay, so this is the first day that shows that okay, the next day it seems like okay, the next day they will take prices down. So on this day we are looking for what, day 2 continuation. This is one of the easiest trade and one of the safest trade. Okay, so let me zoom this thing up. Okay, we have a setup. Okay, we have a setup. Our setup is okay, prices might go down, therefore we will be looking for a day 2 continuation. Okay, so this is a USD pair, right? This is a USD pair. Well, okay, if it's a USD pair, what session are we gonna be looking for an entry? We're obviously gonna be looking for an entry during the US session. These are session highlighters, as you can see here. So we are looking for an entry when during the US session. Okay, fine. So when we come, at least we are expecting them to drop to at least this low. As you can see, there is this daily low indicator here, but fine. If you don't have it, you can just draw a line. So obviously we are expecting them to come and break this level if they are gonna be taking prices down. Okay, if there's a change in trend direction, obviously if we are seeing something like downtrend, we want to see them breaking this level here. So we need to know how did prices behave. Already we have a setup. Okay, we will tick on that one. Let's come here. Okay, I hope everybody's filling up. We will tick. We have a setup, okay, which says, okay, we're expecting a day 2 continuation. Okay, and then we have the time. What time are we gonna be looking for a trade? Obviously during the US session. Okay, fine. Now one thing, we don't have news on the calendar. This was yesterday. We don't have news okay, under the US on the calendar on the day. So what are we gonna be waiting for? We're gonna be waiting for the equity time. What's the equity time for the US session? That's 9:30. Okay, so once you know that, you have filtered all this garbage out. Okay, you have filtered all this nonsense out, so you are not on the market on this time. However, you need prices to be pumped up, to be taken up if it's gonna drop. Okay, if it's gonna drop. An ideal setup is the one that, okay, even this day they pump so to get a dump, but from the low going up high, this is a pump. They take prices up. Okay, let's see how are prices behaving on the day. Asia trades. Asia makes its own low here. Okay, Asia makes its own low here. Okay, this is great, guys. I might only show this example only, okay, because I don't want this video getting so long. Okay, and again, I know that people are gonna say this is easy because it has already played out. I don't know what you are saying, but one thing I know is if you're focusing on the strategy and you don't have 10 strategies that you're focusing on, and you're focusing only on one strategy, and you wake every day to master that strategy that you are focusing on, you can't say, or you won't be saying, this is actually hard to see in real time. Okay, because if you have thousands of strategy or 5 strategies, you are looking for support and resistance, you are looking for this, you are looking for that, obviously things will become harder for you. Okay, but if you know what you are looking for, that's the only thing you see on the charts. Okay, because one important thing about charts is that you see what you want to see, you see what you are looking for. Okay, that's how the charts are built in. If I want to see support and resistance, that's what I'm gonna see. If I'm using some other strategy, then that's exactly what I'm gonna see. So you see what you are looking for. Okay, so where is, after Asia has traded, where is the money? Okay, money, we are talking about stops. This is the high of Asia, this is the low of Asia. Obviously people who bought here have put their stops below this pin candle. Okay, people who have sold here have put their stops here. Okay, so what happens? London opens, okay, and it runs through the stops and it continue going up. Okay, so what do we have? We have prices that are actually being taken up right before the US session, and we wait for what? We wait for an equity open. I'm gonna go to a smaller time frame because now I'm using only one time frame. Okay, so we have prices that have been pumped up right before the US session, right? So where are stops? People who sold maybe during the London session put their stops somewhere here. Okay, or people who sold during the gap time, they obviously have their stops above here, right? Okay, good. So when we wait for the equity time, this is the candle that opens the equity. This is 9:30 US time. You already know that my broker is behind in 2 hours. Okay, so you know that, okay, US equity time is 4:30 South African time. So here it says 2:30 if you look down here. Why? Because the broker is behind in 2 hours. So this is the equity opening candle. We know that, okay, we have stops above here. We are opening with stops above and stops below. So when we wait for the equity time, the equity is going to tell us what they are willing to do. Okay, because the equity time can open and they can go up. Okay, they can go up and give a 3-session setup. Okay, so that's why we are waiting for the equity time. But as you can see, the market is already broken down. The equity opens right here. What does the equity do immediately when the equity opens? Oh, let's see what the equity does when it opens. It engulfs. Okay, already the market is going down. The equity engulfs. We already have what? A setup, okay, which says we are looking for day 2 continuations to the low. Okay, so they engulf. You know that the equity is either gonna throw a stop hunt, or else it's gonna give a big move into the direction that we are actually looking for, or else it's gonna be a pullback. Okay, so as you can see, it acted as a pullback and then an engulf. But here's the most important thing. What did we say? If you're gonna be selling, you need to see the pump. Okay, you need to see the pump followed by an engulf. Immediately when this engulf happens, everybody who went up here is trapped and at a loss, and they are praying for markets to actually push prices up so that they can exit at break even. Okay, so you are a good trader. You don't pray. You immediately, if you know that you're wrong, you close your trade. Okay, I know some people are gonna say, but what if it comes back and guys, once they give an engulf like this, chances are they're never coming back. Okay, chances are they are never coming back. The next time they're gonna give a pullback, it's far, and they know that, okay, you are more trapped. What they're trying to do is to force you to close your trade, because there are people who don't use stop losses. Okay, so as you can see, again, they came and gave a nice pin to trick people again into going up, and then they went up. But we don't care about these things. Why? Because we were waiting for the session. Remember, there is no news. So if there is no news on the calendar, there's no need obviously for us to take a trade early. Okay, sometimes they will move early, but honestly, I prefer waiting for the equity time, because it might throw a stop hunt. But if there is explosive news like non-farm, like they can just go and stop hunt immediately in a matter of seconds, give a pin and then lock the level, then they can go. So there is no need for you to wait for the equity open during news, because they can actually throw a stop hunt anytime when they want. Okay, so now you know this is what we are waiting for, guys. This is the most clean and perfect trade you take. Another problem with most people is that they are scared. Okay, most people are literally scared, hence why they are scared of actually taking trades. Okay, once you see this, just take it. Okay, because if you lose, it's fine, you're gonna lose. You can put your stops here, or you can put your stops here. It's all up to you, or you can put them here. It's all about how much you're willing to risk. So if they go against you, you know you are wrong. Okay, so already we have a setup. Okay, let me show you. We have a setup. Okay, we have a setup. We have a time. What are prices doing? Obviously, prices were just going up throughout the session, because obviously, if you can look, the low was made in Asia, and then prices just kept going up from there. Okay, it's a pump. There are different kinds of pumps, and you will learn this mostly when you are trading. Okay, and when you journal, you'll get to know what works for you. Okay, so this is the most cleanest trade you can ever get. Okay, you have a setup, you have time, you waited for the time. So once this candle closes, you only have 1 hour 30 minutes to be in the trade or to get your entry. So tell me, what's hard about this? What's hard about this? What's hard to a point whereby you say, hey, you can't see this in real life, hey, it's easy when it has traded? What do you mean? Because this is all we've been talking about on this channel. If you look at this channel, we don't talk about 10 strategies. No, we only focus on 2 strategies every day. The entry criteria is the same. What we look for is the same. What could be hard when we are looking for the same thing after the equity time if there are no news? I repeat, if there are no news. Okay, and you know your trigger. Your trigger, it's the pump dump. In this case, they gave 2. They pumped it again to trick people into going up, and this was before the equity time, so you didn't see this. So you can't say maybe you were moved by emotions. Okay, there were no news, you were waiting for the equity because you know there's money here, there's money here, but you are targeting, your target is obviously the low, because again there are stops here from people who bought during the close of US session here yesterday. Okay, so you know. Okay, so this is so clean, guys. Look, 50 pips clean, 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 in a very short space of time, clean. Okay, tell me what's hard about this, to a point whereby you say you need a live to show this, you need trading proof for this. What is hard on this? What is hard? You know your trigger. Your trigger, if you're going to be selling, you need that pump for a dump. Okay, that's what you know. That's your trigger. And you know how a price is behaving. Are they really taking traders up? Yes, they have been taking traders up, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, go up, go up, go up. And even now they're saying go up, go up. So people are believing this. Why? Because we are coming from an uptrend. We are coming from an uptrend. Obviously, everybody still believes this is an uptrend. Okay, everybody believes this is an uptrend. Okay, so guys, tell me, what can possibly be hard on this? What can possibly be hard on something like this? Because it's the same things day in, day out. Okay, you have a setup, day 2 continuation time. You know you're gonna be in the market 1 hour 30 minutes. If maybe they were playing and playing, they could give it maybe 30 minutes after the session. That will mean you have 2 hours to be in the market. The problem with people who are always complaining, and guys, I'm not saying I'm bothered, but really, if you want to build something, if you believe you can't see these things in real time, you'll never see them in real time, even if we can do a live. Okay, many people are doing lives, and you have literally seen many lives. But what makes you still, even today, you are still like not seeing those things? Okay, you don't have a strategy that you are focusing on. Okay, because it's not fair. You'll come and say I should do live, whereas you know already you have many setups. You have many setups. I'm not saying people who say that are wrong. No, I love it when people suggest things. I love it when people say things. Okay, when people say where's your proof, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not offended. But guys, there is nothing hard here. There is nothing hard. But there is everything hard if you are looking for a trade on a USD pair during this session, during the window period, during London. So you are looking throughout the day. You are always on your screen. You don't know what time an opportunity can present. You don't even know what time you're looking for the opportunity. But when you have filtered out most of the garbage, now you know what time are you actually looking for an opportunity. What kind of opportunity are you looking for? And how should your entry trigger look like? Okay, when you know all those things, there's no need of saying it's hard. Okay, others are actually not finding it hard, but the only hard thing for them is actually executing, because they are full of fear. Guys, here's something. Your results are gonna be either a win or a loss. Okay, so you can't control the market. You can only control your entry, your stop, and your exit. Those are the things you can control. You can control what time you are coming to the screen. You can control what you're looking for, but you can't control how the markets are gonna move. Okay, so if you know that, don't be scared of taking your trade. Once all your criteria are met, take that trade. If it ends up as a loss, it's okay. You lost it. Okay, and if it wins, thank you, you won it. But make sure, look, if your target is the low, and obviously this is the size of the risk you are actually willing to take, you can tell me like, you see, this is, if you win, that means you can lose 3 of these trades in a row. You see, 1, 2, 3. You can, it will take you 3 trades maybe to actually be at the drawback, at the drawdown. Okay, but you're not gonna lose all 3 trades. Okay, out of 10 trades, even if you win 4 trades, you'll still be in big profits given the risk reward ratio. So you are gonna lose some time, that is guaranteed. Okay, even the greatest it's George Soros. George Soros has lost billions in a day. Okay, go and do a study about Soros. Go and do a study about Jim Rogers. Go and do a study about Paul Tudor Jones. Go and do a study about Peter Brandon. Go and do a study about the best traders in the world. They have lost a lot. So it's not in losing, okay, because we can't control which directions they're going to take, but already we can control what we can control. Okay, so don't feel scared of taking a trade. Take it. If it's a loss, don't feel bad. Don't beat yourself. No, actually, if you take a loss, that was part of following your plan. That's success. Okay, this is the kind of business we are in, and that's something you have to make peace with. Okay, I rather feel happy if I take a loss that is part of following my plan. I'm not worried. Okay, because tomorrow I'm gonna get a better one and I'm gonna win it. So you can't control it. Okay, you can't control it. You can't control it. That's something you know you can't control. Okay, you have 3 losses in a row. That means nothing. Okay, that means nothing. So look at the positive side and know exactly what you are looking for. Okay, so that is what I can say. Okay, because if you see, again, this is day 1, this is day 2, today we had day 3. Hence I always write okay, I've changed these days to write snare day or continuation, because on day 3 we're gonna get a reversal, or else what are we gonna get? We're gonna get a continuation. But it's day 3, guys. When they broke here, it's day 3. As you can see, this is day 1, this is day 2. Okay, this is day 3. Okay, what time are you looking for a trade on this session? Okay, which session are you looking for an opportunity on this pair? Obviously during the US session. Okay, what are you waiting for? Obviously the equity time. Where is the equity time? Let's look at the equity time. Okay, let's look at the equity time. Okay, fine. This is the candle that opens our equity time. Okay, this is the candle that opens our equity time. You see, they open, they go down. This is why we wait for the equity time, because we don't know up until the equity trades. Okay, some people entered here, it's still fine, but I will wait for the equity time in case it throws the stop hands and take these guys out. Okay, because we can still get, maybe they can come for the guys here, but on a day 3 mostly it's an snare day. Obviously most people have been trapped. Okay, so if we're gonna got a reversal, this is on a 5-minute time frame. What are you looking for? Guys, I don't know, people say these things are difficult. They're gonna say, hey, it's easy because they've already traded, it's easy for me to say this and that and that. Guys, look for yourself. You are looking for a trade. This is a USD pair. Okay, I know it has the Japanese yen, but once it has the USD pair, once it has USD, we're gonna be looking for a trade during the US session. If it was Great Britain JPY, because it has the pound, we were gonna be looking for an entry during what? During the London session. Okay, so these are the small decisions you have to make. If it was Aussie JPY, we were gonna be looking for a trade during Asia. Okay, but look at this. This is the US session. The equity opens here. What does the equity do? It goes down, throws a stop hunt, locks the low, it breaks down. Now we are in a market that has broken to the upside. Okay, the same applies here. The same thing happened here. Here the only difference is that the equity is the engulfing candle. The equity is the trigger candle, and most of the time you're gonna see this. But already we were in a market that has broken down, which aligns with our setup. Okay, today the market is broken up, and this again aligns with our setup. Then they do what? They make this high. There are people chasing these candles. They pull back, boom, engulf. Everybody who fell for this trick, maybe if you got your order filled here because you know the spread, if you're taking a sell here, you're gonna get it filled at the, there is bid price and asking price. Okay, you're gonna get filled maybe down here. This is then engulf. Immediately when you see this engulf, you are at a big loss. You are praying, God, let prices come down so that I can exit. Okay, so already this is the high of the day. If you can target the high of the day, this is the opening, this is the high of the day, this is the highest prices have reached, or you can just go with the price. Okay, but just see to the high, this is 46 pip. Okay, targeted 50 pips, clean. Okay, let's look at an expansion. If maybe you were taking an expansion after this thing has broken out, we can take maybe from here to here. You see, it went up to 3. Okay, it did go to 3. If maybe you took here, it hasn't actually gone beyond to 2, but it might still get there. So it's up to you what take profit, but mostly I will take the recent high. Okay, the recent high, this is the recent high, it's the body to the low. This is what I take, and this is roughly 56 pip. Okay, that's what I take most of the time, but again, it depends. It depends on the size of the thing. Okay, so you see it went 3 levels of rise. Okay, this is now the prices have been going up. This is the trade I've shown in my recent videos, the same entry criteria. The trigger is an engulfing candle. You are looking for a trade during the right session. Now you only have 1 hour 30 minutes to be there to look for what already. It's a day 3. You know that day 3 is mostly are reversals, and that's what you are looking for. Okay, if it was a continuation down, they were just gonna pump prices and keep pumping prices, but you can see they came and dumped them. They locked prices. This is sending people down. So what's hard about this, guys? Tell me what's hard about this, to a point where you say we need lives, we can't see this in real time. But if you are looking for an entry somewhere here, okay, you are looking for an entry somewhere here, looking for an entry somewhere here, looking for an entry, obviously you don't even know what time you are looking for your entry. That's what will make everything hard for you, and that's what will make it very hard for you to see it in real time, because you don't even have a specific time that you are targeting. Okay, if you are targeting the session, you could see, okay, if you took a trade the first hour, you see they came down and closed everybody here. Obviously that made a lot of sense, and they came to the level. Now we are operating from the low of yesterday. Okay, they lock, everybody below is trapped, and we have spoken about this too many times, where they trap volume below a level. That's not even something new. Everybody below here is trapped, and they are not coming back. If you don't have stop losses, sorry for you, because this is a day 3. It's an ensnare day, so it's a day where they can continue or where they can reverse. This is the setup that we have put in the playbook. Okay, this is the setup that if you master, it's gonna be way too simple. But I don't know, guys. I just don't know. When people say this is hard to see in real time, I don't even have the EMA here, but it's easy to see even without the EMA. Okay, when you put the EMA, let's go and look for the EMA. Let's go and look for the EMA. The 20 EMA. Okay, this is a 20 EMA. When you see, this is the first candle that, guys, I don't even know what to say. When people keep complaining and saying these things are hard to see, hey, we need a life, that's what you've told yourself. And obviously you will never find simplicity in something that in your mind you believe is hard. Okay, when I started, you know what used to bother me? I would miss a trade today and I would feel so bad, and like, oh, I missed it. Like tomorrow there's no other trade. Tomorrow comes, I missed a good trade because I was scared. Okay, because I was more controlled by emotion. I missed that trade tomorrow and I feel so bad. Okay, the following day comes, I miss another trade and I feel so bad. You know, these days I don't care. Okay, if a trade goes without me, I literally don't care, because there's still tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow there will be good opportunities. Today you're seeing this, maybe you missed it, it's fine. There's still tomorrow, there's still the day after tomorrow, there's still Friday. Every day will present its own opportunities, but you need to know what time are you looking for an opportunity. If it's the US session, obviously, if you're using South African time, that's your equity opens at 4:30. You only have 1 hour 30 minutes of work. Okay, you can be free the rest of the day. Okay, if when you did your analysis, you saw that, okay, pairs that are ready are maybe 2 pairs that are trade well in the US session, you can be free the whole day and do nothing. Okay, and then come for 1 hour 30 minutes. You have a very sober mind. There's nothing that is very hard. There's nothing hard with this. Okay, I just don't know why people keep saying we can't see these things in real life. We can't see these things in real life. We want lives. Hey, where's proof that you took this trade? Guys, there's no need for proof. Okay, you are coming 9:30. That's what you've been talking about for the longest time. Those who have been part of this channel already know, and they can attest to that. Okay, they can attest to that. I'm trying to be honest right here. They can attest to that. If it's a USD pair, we come during the equity opening time, 1 hour 30 minutes. What can be hard about that, guys? What can be hard about that? I'm not like trying to be arrogant. I'm not trying to be difficult, and I'm not trying to be irrational. I'm just trying to show the simplicity of these things, because most of you say it's hard to see, and you are making others think it's hard to see. If you have convinced yourself that you can't see these things in real life, you'll never see them in real time. if you still have many setups that you are looking for, your mind is still looking for many things, you haven't made up your decision that this is what I am looking for, you're not gonna see it, guys. That's why I even tried to put only one setup in the playbook, one setup, so that you can focus on one setup. Okay, on this channel, honestly, guys, I only trade 2 setups. There are hundreds of thousands of setup out there, if not millions or more, but guys, I only chose to focus on 2 setups. You know why? Simplicity. The ones that are easy for me. Okay, the ones that are easy for me. You'll never see me talking about a different strategy. No, this is the only strategy I know. Try to work on it, master it, go and back test it, take trades. If you are wrong, journal, write your notes. What did you do wrong? What did you do wrong? Maybe you entered during the first hour and there were no news. Okay, work on fixing that. Know what works for you. Okay, I have tried to make things more simple than they can ever be. Okay, I have tried my best in this case. Okay, come during the equity time, wait the equity time, throw a stop hunt. Guys, this is as easy. Even a small child can take these things once they understand. Okay, the only goal is to trade like an algorithm. And a logarithm will do whatever it's programmed to do. So if you are coming during the equity time, maybe there's no news coming during the equity time, you know this is your trigger. Guys, I've never spoken about an entry on a pin. You've never heard me saying, oh okay, pin, enter. No, this engulf is the only trigger we look for. After they have been dumped, we have a setup already. Guys, I thank you. I appreciate you. Please comment, share, and like. And if you are new, you can subscribe to learn this. This is the easiest way to trade, guys. And this is what I do every day. Okay, this is what I do every day. Every single day I do this. So I'm not gonna be talking about other pairs. There are too many pairs. Let's just look at this quite quick. You see prices have been going down. This is the first day. This is a green day. Open, low, closed highs. The first day where they went up, and then okay, the following day, what are we expecting? Let me blow this up. Okay, I overblew it. Okay, this is the first green day. This is the first green candle after many red candles going down. This is the first green candle. Okay, so it goes up. Okay, this day, I'm not saying you're supposed to trade because you don't even know what's happening. Okay, because it's not even day 3. Okay, let's see. Okay, day 1, day 2, day 3. You see, day 3 was here, and then they continued and then they only gave this on the 4th day. Okay, so as you can see, what are you looking for the next day? This is a beautiful dump. For what? For a pump. Okay, what time does the NASDAQ move? The NASDAQ moves during the US session. Wow. Are you telling me that NASDAQ moved during the US session? Are you certain? So obviously I know. I've got a green day. This is what I'm expecting is my setup. I'm coming to the screen 1 hour 30 minutes. If I go to a smaller time frame, actually guys, I don't even want to talk about this. Okay, I don't want to talk about this, but let's just see. Where is the equity time? Where is the equity opening? Okay. Oh, no. This is not the right session. Here's the right session. Where is the equity opening? Okay, 25.30. Okay, fine. The equity opened right here. Okay, this is the candle that opened the equity time, right? Yes, this is, you see, it's a very nice engulf. Already they've trapped at a level. You see, the same trade we were speaking about. The equity time gave this big engulf. If you go to a smaller time frame, okay, if you go to a smaller time frame, let me show you something quite quick, because obviously if you are trading indices on a bigger time frame, that simply means your entry is going to be bigger. Okay, where is the candle that opens the equity time? Okay, this is the candle that opens the equity time. As you can see, this is just a bullish candle. What do? We don't chase moves. Okay, we don't chase move. We allow it to trade. Okay, we allow it to trade, but it's fine. If you understand, it's fine, but we allow it to trade. And then here's our entry. Here's our entry. This market has broken up already. It is at the level. What did they do? They came back inside. They dumped to pump again. Okay, yes, it's a little bit far from this candle, but this is the safest entry from this candle, because you don't want them, if they are going to correct, to come and just close, you might be emotional, but this is our entry that we talk about every day, okay, where they dump. Guys, I don't even know if I should be showing this. Okay, today was day 3, but at this time they didn't break out. They only went and break out during the US session. Again, same thing. What time are you looking for your entry? This is a 3-session setup. What time are you looking for your entry? Obviously you're gonna, okay, this is where the equity opens. The equity opens, they go up, they come down. You go to a smaller time frame, because I told you I opened this on different time frames. Okay, I opened this on different time frames. Tell me, here's your first engulf, okay, and then this one is a bit far, but the moment it's going up you can just hijack it. But this is your first engulf. There's nothing to fear. The reason they gave this engulf is because already they are moving in their direction after the equity is opened, and then you can take it to the high. But guys, there's really nothing difficult on these setups, okay? It's just for you to understand what you are looking for. We are looking for an entry after the equity open. There is no news, okay? There is no news. We are waiting for the equity. The equity opens, it trades down. Yes, this is too early. Some maybe took it here. It's still fine. They go up, they pull down, they engulf. That's your entry, okay? You can take it to the high. That's fine. You see, clean, easy, tight stops. I don't even know what people mean when they say, but you can't see these things in real life. Hey, we need a live. We need proof that you took this. What proof is needed? Because you are coming 1 hour, 30 minutes. Guys, I'm sorry for dwelling on this too many times, but this is the most easiest thing, okay, I can talk about. We've been talking about these things for the longest time, okay? I know people, it's that I don't know what to do anymore, because people will complain about everything, okay? And if somebody's looking for an entry throughout the day, then obviously it makes a lot of sense for them. They don't even know what they are looking for. I'm not saying, I'm not insulting people, okay? I'm just saying, if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know the setup, maybe you have more setups, then it's not fair coming and saying, but this and that, okay? It's really not fair, okay? So guys, this is it, and there are many pairs that actually present good opportunities every day. You must just know what you are looking for, okay? I showed you 2 pairs where we waited for the red day or the green day, and then we got the continuation, and then today we got the day 3, okay? So we will see what we'll get tomorrow, okay? So guys, I wish you all the best, okay? Thank you, and I appreciate you. But these things are simple. Just put in more time, try to see these things, and everything will be so clear. Thank you, guys.